Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram is at AnonymousRealityT. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we are talking the ratings for the show that Mel left on OWN. But quickly before we get into that, a couple of things. So I shout out to Melody Cherie Rogers, aka Money Making Mel, aka Mogul Making Mel, because you guys, the premiere for her new movie Fortuitous is sold out, y'all. Is sold out, so I believe it is in Baltimore. I believe, y'all, it is in the DMV. So none of the less, y'all, those of y'all who live out in that area and are going, please let me know. And I hope you guys have a great time. I hope you guys have a great time, and I'm excited for y'all. Now, couple of things too when we talk the ratings. As you'll know, whether the ratings go up or the ratings go down, your girl's gonna talk about it, right? We don't discriminate, right? We don't run and hide. We don't disappear if the ratings go up or if the ratings go down. Like that's not what this is, right? So, but we have ratings as a whole for all three shows that are currently airing on OWN, right? And so for Love and Marriage Huntsville, last week the ratings went down 17,000 and it came in at 230,000 views. And so this week it went up, this past Saturday, it went up 7,000 views, you guys. It went up 3% in viewership. It went up 3% in the views, you guys. 237,000 views. Heart and Hustle Houston dropped 5%, went down to 134,000 views, and Ready to Love went down to 133,000 views, and it dropped 6%. I believe Ready to Love, they're done with the season, and I believe the reunion is going to be airing this week, right? Now, there seems to be, though, some controversy, allegedly. As I told y'all, I haven't watched the show. I haven't watched Love and Marriage Huntsville. Ever since Mel announced her departure, I departed as well, right? The last episode that I saw of LAMH was that awful reunion part 3 that aired last year. That was full of just foolishness and disaster and everything else. But I'm keeping my word with y'all. I'm keeping my word with y'all that once Mel said she was gone from the show, I was gone from the show, right? So none of the less, I guess there's controversy. And again, since I don't watch the show, I don't know. But there have been 8 episodes that have aired, right? There have been 8 episodes that have aired since the show returned back in July, right? And there are 8 episodes that have come out. But apparently, allegedly, the show's going on hiatus. Apparently, allegedly, the show is gone till November. Is that true? Is that true that the show is gone till November? Because how do you come back with 8 episodes and then disappear? Make it make sense. Like, what is happening? Because I saw that the trailer came out for Bell Collective, so I know Bell Collective's coming back. Are they trying to usher in a new show? Does LAMH not have enough episodes? Is not everybody wanting to play ball because ever since Mel left, they're filling the void? They're filling the void and realizing they gotta clock in. Because I feel like there's nothing else for the show to do at this point other than to usher in Martell's concubine. But again, I feel that's lazy producing. That is a waste of time because it would have been relevant if Mel was on the show. But we know that was never, ever going to happen. And now it would just be a grasping at straws attempt at the ratings. But my question is, even if that were to happen, who is going to film with her? Because I feel like Martell at this point, which we said was going to happen, right? Because you don't need to watch the show to see what's happening by Martell's crashing out on social media, right? Everybody used Mel for a storyline for 9 seasons, right? Everyone utilized Mel as a storyline for 9 seasons, drug her name through the mud, dragged her marriage through the mud, threatened to expose the mistress, threatened to expose the concubine. Even season 9, it was a full attack of Mel supporters and the Melimeters because nobody wanted to talk about their own stuff, right? And so then as well, people took it a step further and was like, well, you know, we'll still talk about Mel and Tell while they were married, even though Mel was refusing to film with Martell, and she had told the cast members multiple times not to mention her ex. She's got the DV harassment case. She's got the custody battle going on. Why are y'all still bringing up my ex in front of me? If I don't want to talk about him, I don't want to deal with him. I've moved on. We've been divorced for 5+ years, but people did not care and wanted to ruin Mel's girls trip and wanted to bring up the foolishness. So my question is, y'all set all this stuff up. Y'all put all this stuff in motion for the reunion as a setup to, I guess, this season, if Mel were to come back. Y'all were going to try to drag out whatever did or didn't happen in the limousine, even though you weren't there. Y'all were going to potentially drag out the GROOMING allegations and everything else. Y'all were going to try to make that a thing. No. Because why would Mel film with anybody that is going to make accusations like that? And why would Mel film with people at this point who have now admitted on the record on Carlos King's podcast / YouTube channel that everybody knew about the revenge P? What was there to come back to? So I feel like, as expected, everybody's turned on each other. Everybody's turned on each other. You can't drag out this Trish and Ken thing, breakup to makeup foolishness. Will they or won't they ever get married? You know, last I knew, she was still legally married to Marquez. Unless something else has changed, I don't know. Dragging out the Martell interview that he did with the concubine in the Planes, Trains, and Automobiles setup and everything else. Dragging out all of that foolishness. And it's like, what are we doing, right? Are y'all going to be cool or are y'all not going to be cool, right? But ultimately, that there's only so more cards left to play. There's only so many plays, left to do with dragging out whether or not these other cast members cheated. And here's the thing. Even if cheating did take place with the other cast members, they made a pact to not talk about it. They made a pact to stay in their marriages. So none of the less, until you can produce some actual people and some actual receipts on this show, it's going to just be a continuous back and forth. And they're going to protect each other, right? So you're burning all these bridges around. You're still, though, protected by Carlos King. See, that's the thing, is that if Carlos King really had a problem with Martell's behavior, why hasn't he been removed from the show? And I don't know if y'all have noticed, but this is going back, ever since Carlos King has had his YouTube platform. And anytime he discusses LAMH and Martell is brought up, he's on the mute challenge. He's on the mute challenge and lets everybody else do the talking, whether it was Dr. Heavenly, whether it is Dustin, whether it is Claudia Jordan. Carlos, he'll just have this look on his face like he's uncomfortable anytime Martell is getting dragged. And there have been times, even back when Dr. Heavenly was doing the Monday recap shows with him, where he's still trying to vouch for Martell and trying to say that Martell's a good guy. So people can, argue with whoever they want to argue with on who is, quote unquote, the star of the show now, but who is Carlos King protecting? And that is Martell Holt, you guys, because he still to this day will not remove Martell from the show, no matter how out of pocket and out of order, and how disturbing and harassing and all of these things that Martell does. So that should tell you everything you need to know. So we will see ultimately if this is true, that the show is on hiatus until November, allegedly, and y'all only came back for 8 episodes, and this is your big season 10. Make it make sense. Is this an abbreviated season on purpose? Because before, y'all used to break up the seasons, and it would be upwards of 15 to 20 episodes for part A and 15 to 20 episodes for part B. But maybe the content's not there because you don't have Mel there. Maybe people aren't playing ball or are not giving enough for there to be a full season. Maybe they were not awarded enough episodes compared to previous seasons when Mel was on there. When Mel was on there, you can drag out as many episodes as you wanted to until Mel realized that she was being, basically the main person attacked this whole time. And nobody else was giving anything. So it's very interesting after this hiatus and all these delays, you only come back for 8 episodes, allegedly, and then now there's a hiatus till November. And then you got Carlos King going back and forth as far as this isn't true, the show's not, on hiatus, we will be back, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Can y'all tell me what is the truth in the comments? Is the show really going to be on hiatus after this? Is there a show that is coming in during that time slot to replace LEMH until November? Or is this just chatter out here? Or is the show really going to be coming back for another episode? Because that is weird. So there is that. That is it. That is all. Es todos es final. It is finito for this video. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.